Dear students, how are you? I think all of you are healthy during this corona crisis. Today I want to discuss about the childhood malignancy which is common in your daily practices. Now, incidence of childhood tumor worldwide 80 to 150 per million of children. In our country, 6,000 to 9,000 new cases per year. And childhood tumor is the sixth leading cause of death in Bangladesh. Classification of childhood tumor 0 to 14 years according to incidence. More common childhood tumor is leukemia. Among the leukemia, most common is acute lymphoblastic leukemia, then acute myeloblastic leukemia, then very rare chronic myeloid leukemia. Second most childhood tumor is brain tumor. Among the brain tumor, most common is cerebellar astrocytoma, then medulloblastoma, then craniopharyngioma. And third most common childhood tumor is lymphoma. Among the lymphoma, non-Hodgkin lymphoma is more common than Hodgkin lymphoma. And others childhood tumor are neuroblastoma, Wilms tumor, retinoblastoma, and bone tumor such as Ewing sarcoma and osteogenic sarcoma. Now, leukemia. Today I want to tell you in details about the leukemia. It is very important in your daily practices. Now, what do you mean by leukemia? Leukemia means malignant proliferation of WBC precursor in bone marrow giving rise to immature WBC, that is blood cells, and spill over into the bloodstream and spread to other organs of the body. So that means malignant proliferation of the WBC. WBC precursor in the bone marrow and give rise to numerous immature WBC which is called the blood cells. And when these blood cells imprinted other organ give rise to signs symptoms. Now, classification of leukemia. According to chronicity, acute ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia, in chronic leukemia, chronic myeloid leukemia, chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Among this leukemia, ALL is more common. According to cell types, lymphoblastic, myeloblastic, myelocytic, lymphocytic. Incidence 1 is to 2000 live birth, and among the leukemia, ALL is 76%, AML is 15%, rest of the leukemia is 9%. According to age of onset, acute lymphoblastic leukemia 1 to 10 years, peak age 1 to 5 years, first most common around the 4 years of age. And acute myeloblastic leukemia occurs in the 15 to 40 years of age, and CML occurs in the 30 to 50 years of age, and CLL, rare in the children, occur at the age of 60 years, middle-aged people. And sex, male is preponderance. Now, etiology or risk factors. Usually, exact etiology is unknown, but some factors responsible for development of leukemia, such as genetic factors, is familial predisposition, chromosomal abnormalities, such as Down syndrome, Fanconi syndrome, Bloom syndrome, ataxia telangiectasia. If these syndromes are associated, chance of leukemia is increased. Radiation exposure, that is during treatment of ankylosing spondylitis, lymphoma, exposure to the X-ray during pregnancy give rise to leukemia. Now, chemical exposures, exposure to benzene vapor and cytotoxic drug therapy usually is done in lymphoma, multiple myeloma, polycythemia, vera, breast cancer and ovarian cancer, and give rise to leukemia. In viruses, HTLV1, that is human T lymphocyte virus type 1, and Epstein virus also associated with development of leukemia. Some inherited predispositions, such as siblings of childhood leukemia, increase chance of leukemia in another children. And if identical twins suffering from if twins suffering from leukemia, if it is identical, chance of another twin is highest, that is 1:4, 1:4. Pathophysiology. Alteration of the structural DNA of the cell nucleus initiates the disease process. Accumulation of leukemic blood cells due to failure of maturation into the functional end cells in bone marrow. A decreased suppression of the normal hematopoietic stem cell give rise to two clinical presentations. Major manifestation results from the paucity of normal red cells, WBC and platelet. Other manifestation is due to the infiltration of the leukemic blood cells into the organs. That is, when there is immature proliferation of tremendous immature proliferation of the leukemic cells or WBC series in the bone marrow, it replaces the other cells, that RBC and platelet series, and give rise to deficiency of red cells, WBC and platelets precursor, and give rise to manifestation of pallor or anemia, infection and bleeding manifestations. And this leukemic cell, when infiltrated the other organ, give rise to lymphadenopathy, hepatosplenomegaly, bony tenderness. Now I tell about the acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which is more common childhood tumor. The incidence, most common childhood tumor is less than 15 years is 25% and less than 20 years 19%. Age of onset 1 to 10 years, peak 2 to 6 years. Classification according to cell lineage, immunological marker, T cell, B cell, pre-B cell, common ALL and null cell. So according to classification according to cell lineage, the T cell, B cell, pre-B cell, common ALL is more common 77% and another is null cell. Now according to cell morphology, FAB classification L1, L2 and L3. According to risk stratification, standard risk, intermediate risk and high risk. What means standard risk? It is 55%, age less than 10 years, WBC count less than 50,000, bone marrow response day 15. Intermediate risk 30%, age more than 10 years, WBC more than 50,000, bone marrow response day 8. High risk person more 15%, cytogenetic abnormality, that is Philadelphia chromosome, hypodiploidy, that means hypodiploidy and bone marrow response. And diagnosis, how can you diagnose the leukemia? Age of onset 1 to 10 years, onset of disease usually abrupt onset, but 2/3 of cases patient develops signs symptoms less than 4 weeks at the time of diagnosis. Presenting features, symptoms, the cardinal features are pallor. Usually more than 50% cases patient present with pallor. Pallor is rapidly progressive pallor, disproportionate pallor due to suppression of RBC production. Rapidly progressive pallor is common also in the aplastic anemia, but in thalassemia it is gradual pallor. Disproportionate pallor means if you examine the child, you get the severe anemia, but there is no any sign symptoms of active bleeding. So it is called disproportionate pallor. Now bleeding manifestation, 50% cases, usually spontaneous mucocutaneous bleeding such as epistaxis, skin bleeding, gum bleeding, hematemesis, melena and intracranial hemorrhage and bruising. And this bleeding manifestation occurs due to the thrombocytopenia. And fever develops 1/4 cases such as unexplained fever. This fever characterizes the unexplained fever or not responding to antibiotic. Fever may be prolonged or intermittent. This fever occurs due to the WBC production, immature WBC production, because here WBC production is high, but mostly these WBC are blood cell and lack of defensive mechanism, and this is called the functional neutropenia. You know WBC action of the WBC is phagocytosis. So there is the immature WBC, this phagocytic function of the WBC impaired, patient develops infection and which is manifested by the fever. Clinical manifestation due to organ implantation by the lymphoblastic cells, such as bone, due to bone, if bone marrow involvement give rise to bone pain, joint swelling. Bone pain usually nocturnal pain, severe nocturnal pain, one-third cases due to periosteal invasion and subperiosteal hemorrhage. Also, patient complains joint pain, that's arthalgia, one-fourth cases, and some patient may develop joint swelling, arthritis due to large joint due to bone infection. Sometimes this joint swelling confused with the JIA. JIA because in leukemia, patient develops large joint involvement, joint swelling, and give rise to confusion with the JIA. If CNS involvement, patient give rise to intracranial pressure and characterized by the vomiting, headache, blurring vision, convulsion, meningism, irritability. This CNS involvement occurs due to implantation or secondary to intracranial intracerebral hemorrhage due to thrombocytopenia. Dyspnea and respiratory problem due to implantation of thymus producing mediastinal mass give rise to dyspnea and respiratory problem. Painless swelling of the testes in male person. So at first measure the size of the testis before treatment, and this testicular swelling occurs due to testicular implantation. Sometimes patient may present due to hypothalamic implantation and manifested by the increased appetite, weight gain and behavioral disturbances. And if patient develop hepatic implantation, it is manifested by the jaundice. Now constitutional symptoms: fatigue, increasing weakness, breathlessness or exertion, malaise, anorexia, sore throat, ulceration of the mucous membrane and skin. Sometimes may patient present with complications such as intracranial bleeding, DIC, tumor lysis syndrome, mediastinal syndrome, superior vena obstruction, leukostasis. Now you should take the history of risk factors for diagnosis of leukemia. From past history, there is a history of upper viral respiratory infection, and this is characterized by the 1 to 2 months of exanthem are not recovered fully. History of other risk factors such as radiation exposure, cytotoxic drug therapy, chromosomal disorder, viral infection, family history of affected receipts. This increase the chance of leukemia. On physical examinations, general examination, appearance ill looking or toxic, pallor moderate to severe, jaundice may present. It is more common in AML than ALL. Lymphadenopathy, usually generalized lymphadenopathy, but sometimes may localize as a cervical lymphadenopathy. Lymph nodes are discrete, firm, non-tender and homogeneous. And most important characteristic point is bony tenderness. It is severe bony tenderness over sternum, tibial tuberosity. It is more in AML than ALL. If you do the skin survey, you get the purpura petechiae ecchymosis, that is bleeding manifestation due to thrombocytopenia. And ptosis, gum hypertrophy, parotid swelling, leukemia cutis, that is, it is the development of chloroma, that is development of blood cell and deposit in the skin. It is called leukemic cutis. It is more common in AML. So if ptosis, gum hypertrophy, parotid swelling, and if you get the leukemia cutis, you suspect person suffering from AML other than ALL. Now signs of superior vena cava obstruction give rise to plethoric phase, periorbital edema, collateral vein over sternum, red JPP. And if you do the pandoscopy, you will get the papilledema, retinal hemorrhage and chloroma. If it is present, you suspect patient suffering from acute myeloid leukemia. Systemic examination. On abdominal examination, you get the hepatosplenomegaly, para-aortic lymphadenopathy, and in case of male, you get the testicular swelling, which is painless. Respiratory examination, you may get the signs of mediastinal mass. Locomotor system examination, signs of arthritis, but there is no muscle wasting, no joint deformity. This is differentiated from the JIA. And CNS manifestation, you get the cranial nerve palsy and signs of meningeal irritation. If you do the investigation, among the investigation, there are routine investigation, specific investigation, investigation for complication, and investigation for treatment. If you do a routine investigation by the complete blood count, you will get the hemoglobin reduced. TC may be normal, may be low, may be high. So there is three distinctive features of total count: normal, low, or high. Low usually 50%, less than 3,000. High less than more than 30%, 10,000 to 1 lakh, and 20% cases more than 1 lakh. If you do the DC, you get the neutropenia less than 1000 per cubic blood, and you get the blood cell. If you do the platelet count, it is decreased less than 1 lakh, more than 50% cases, and more than 1 lakh, 20% cases. ESR also raised. If you do the peripheral blood print study, normocytic normochromic anemia, WBC increase blood cell, the lymphoblast or myeloblast. In ALL, lymphoblast, in AML, it is myeloblast, more than 10,000 per cubic millimeter, and if it is present, it is more than 5%. And RBC and platelet distribution are decreased. Investigation for diagnosis: bone marrow study, bone marrow aspiration, and biopsy. It is confirmatory for diagnosis of leukemia. And there is many headings to examination for investigation, such as morphological study, cellularity with hypercellular, lymphoblastic or myeloblastic hyperplasia in leukemia. Myeloid erythroid ratio increase, normal is 3:1. Erythropoiesis and megakaryopoiesis decrease, but granulopoiesis series are increased. Blood cell more than 25%, lymphoblast or myeloblast in AML, lymphoblast in ALL, and myeloblast in AML. If you do a cytology, L1, L2, L3 cell type, immunological phenotype, T, B cell, and AML marker. If you do the flow cytometry, you get the CD10, CD19 B cell, CD5, CD7 T cell, CD13, CD33 myeloid. If you do the cytochemistry, para-aminosalicylic acid positive, plus positive, and in AL, but is negative in AML. Sudan black and MPO. That MPO means myeloperoxidase positive in AML, negative in ALL. If you do the cytogenetics, hyperdiploidy more than 50 chromosome, and hyperdiploidy less than 50 chromosome, you may get the Philadelphia chromosome, or you may get the translocation. For organ involvement, chest X-ray, mediastinal mass, testicular mass. If you get testicular mass, you do the OS-shaped biopsy, and if you CNS manifestation, if you get the CNS manifestation, you will do the CSO study, blood cell by cytopsin, you get the pleocytosis, raised Putin, reduced glucose, and LDS also raised. Other investigation for complications, that is tumor lysis syndrome, serum electrolytes, potassium raised, uric acid level raised, serum phosphate raised, serum calcium low. And in later chapter, I will discuss about the tumor lysis syndrome. Coagulation profile and other biochemical tests, renal function test, LDS also raised, and liver function test may be impaired. Investigation for treatment purpose: baseline cardiac function if needed, blood grouping both ABO and RS factor for blood transfusion, X-ray typing for bone marrow transplantation. Now treatment. Outline or treatment is counseling, supportive, specific, chemotherapy, curative, bone marrow transplantation, treatment of complications such as follow-up, prognosis, and prevention. Now, among the supportive treatment, neutropenic diet. What do you mean neutropenic diet? Freshly prepared homemade diet. No raw vegetables and fruits with thin cover. Avoid potassium containing juice and fruits in first week of chemotherapy. Because in first week of chemotherapy, patient develop tumor lysis syndrome. In tumor lysis syndrome, there is raised potassium, give rise to cardiac arrhythmia, even sudden death. Treatment and prevention of infection. Isolation and barrier nursing, antibiotics, gentamicin plus anti-pseudomonas, oral antifungal, mouthwash oral on 8 hourly, hip bath with acroflavin, and total hygiene in living room. Now, if severe anemia, treated by the blood transfusion. If platelet count is reduced less than 10,000, treated with the platelet transfusion. and some treatment given by the pre-chemo measures. That is, it started before chemotherapy started. This treatment should be started before chemotherapy, such as hyperhydration, tablet allopurinol, alkalinization, so that it prevents the tumor lysis syndrome. For medical debulking of the tumor cell, if present, you should treat this condition by the tablet prednisolone. Now, specific chemotherapy. This chemotherapy is protocol-based, risk-directed, multi-phase, multi-agent chemotherapy. There is many stages: remission induction, consolidation, interim intensification, delayed intensification, and maintenance. In remission induction, there is duration 4 weeks, 5 drugs such as TIT, vincristine, Dexa, cotrimoxazole, L-asparginase. And consolidation stage, there is 4 weeks, duration 4 weeks, 4 drugs. Drugs among the TIT, vincristine, cotrimoxazole, 6 mercaptopurine. And interim intensification, there is 8 weeks duration, 6 drugs, TIT, vincristine, dexamethasone, cotrimoxazole, 6 mercaptopurine, and methotrexate. And delayed intensification, there is duration 8 weeks, 8 drugs, such as TIT, vincristine, dexamethasone, cotrimoxazole, 6 mercaptopurine, cytarabine, cytosine, and doxorubicin. And maintenance dose 2 to 3 years, 5 drugs, that's TIT, vincristine, dexamethasone, cotrimoxazole, and methotrexate. Now, curative treatment is bone marrow transplantation. Indication of bone marrow transplantation in leukemia is second and subsequent relapse following completion of indication. Less chance of prolonged transmission after first relapse if poor response of AML to conventional therapy. Treatment of complications. Tumor lysis syndrome, mediastinal mass with air compression, DIC, leukostasis should be treated accordingly. If tumor lysis syndrome develop, treated with the hyperhydration, allopurinol, IV sodium bicarbonate, fusimide, and calcium gluconate. If leukostasis, what do you mean leukostasis? When WBC count is more than 2 lakh per cubic millimeter and patient suffering from stroke and tachypnea, treatment is rapid initiation of chemotherapy and leukopheresis or exchange transfusion. Now, treatment of relapse, CNS relapse, testicular relapse treated accordingly by the TIT or systemic reinforcement therapy. Exposure to contact patient. If patient exposed to measles, treat the patient by IV gamma globulin. If patient is exposed to chickenpox, give varicella zoster immunoglobulin. If patient develop active varicella, treatment by the IV acyclovir. Live vaccine should be avoided. Now, follow-up. Clinical follow-up at hospital, vitals, bleeding manifestation, complications, drug adverse effect, and compliance, and progression of the disease. Laboratory follow-up, complete blood count, bone marrow biopsy, retinal function test, and liver function test. And long-term follow-up, growth monitoring, endocrine problem, usually patient develop hypothyroidism due to drug effect, secondary malignancy, and relapse. And lab follow-up, complete blood count, T3, T4, TSS, renal function test. Now, prognosis. There is poor prognosis. Clinical prognosis, age less than 1 year and more than 10 years. Male sex, black race, massive organomegaly, CNS and testicular involvement, presence of mediastinal masses, slow or no response after 8 weeks of induction of therapy. This is asked in the Viva board. In laboratory follow-up, L3, T and B cell morphology, presence of chromosomal abnormality such as Philadelphia chromosome, it is very important. If it is present, there is poor prognosis. Good prognosis, rapid response to the chemotherapy, chromosomal alteration, that is hyperdiploidy or trisomy of specific chromosome, and L1 and common ALL. These are the, if it is present, prognosis is good. Now, overall prognosis is high in high income countries, 85% cured with appropriate therapy. Relapse, 15 to 25% cases. 5-year event disease-free survival, 90% cases. After bone marrow transplantation, if it is done in early, cure rate 35 থেকে 50%. In late cases, cure rate less than 20%. How can you prevent a leukemia? Avoid radiation exposure, judicial use of cytotoxic drug if needed. Now, differential diagnosis: aplastic anemia, ITP, lymphoma. How can you do the differential aplastic anemia? In aplastic anemia, there is fever, bleeding manifestations, but there is no bony tenderness, there is no lymphadenopathy, there is no hepatosplenomegaly. And how can you differentiate ITP? In ITP, there is bleeding manifestations such as petechiae purpura ecchymosis, but there is no fever, there is no bony tenderness, there is no organomegaly. How can you differentiate lymphoma? In lymphoma, there is characteristic fever, which is persistent fever, along with generalized lymphadenopathy, along with itching, sweating, dense night sweating, and they may present with ascites. And how can you differentiate ALL from AML? Age incidence 1 to 10 years in case of ALL and 15 to 14 years in case of AML. The incidence is common, 77% in ALL and 11% in AML. There is gingival swelling, proptosis, jaundice, DIC, intravascular clumping, the leukostasis, chloroma. It is more common in AML but absent in ALL. And among the lab criteria, if you do the peripheral blood study, lymphoblast and all body negative in case of lymphoblast present in the ALL but all body negative in the ALL. And myeloblast present in the AML but all body positive in AML. Peroxidase and Sudan black negative in ALL, positive in AML. Para-aminosalicylate acid of pus staining is positive in ALL, negative in AML. If you do the bone marrow study, there is hypercellular with lymphoblastic hyperplasia and there is myeloblastic hyperplasia. So, in a short, if you tell in the Viva board what are the findings of bone marrow study, you tell the answer in this way: this is hypercellular with lymphoblastic hyperplasia in case of ALL, but in case of AML, it is myeloblastic hyperplasia. Prognosis in ALL is good, but AML is poor. This is the gingival hyperplasia. It is mainly occurs in the AML. This is the petechiae purpura ecchymosis and skin infiltration with AML, leukemia cutis. This is leukemia cutis, lung hyperplasia. This is the Philadelphia chromosome. Now SAQ. 8 years old boy presented with fever for 2 months. On examination, cervical lymphadenopathy and hepatosplenomegaly. Write down 3DD. So if you observe this problem, this from key point, age is 8 years, sex is boy, and present with fever for 2 months. On examination, cervical lymphadenopathy and hepatosplenomegaly. So from about key points, write down your 3DD. First DD is leukemia, possibly ALL because ALL is more common. Second DD is lymphoma, and third DD is disseminated tuberculosis. Why not aplastic anemia? Because there is cervical lymphadenopathy and hepatosplenomegaly. Why not it is ITP? Because there is organomegaly and cervical lymphadenopathy. And how can you evaluate the child? Evaluate from the history and examination, and write down the specific investigation to receive diagnosis and write down specific treatment. Now OSPE, 5 years old girl present with fever for 15 days. On examination, there is lymphadenopathy and bony tenderness. What is your likely diagnosis? From above scenario, there is fever for 15 days. On examination, lymphadenopathy and bony tenderness. So my likely diagnosis is a case of leukemia, possibly acute lymphoblastic leukemia. This is the cervical lymphadenopathy. And right, how can you confirm your diagnosis? By the bone marrow study. Bone marrow study, in short, that is hypercellular with lymphoblastic hyperplasia. Write down poor prognostic criteria of the site. Thank you, dear students, for patient hearings.